Right. Okay. Good evening, everyone of you. Can you hear me properly? Can you hear me? Right. Okay. Thanks for the update. Right. Right. Good evening, everyone of you. We will start the discussion. We will start our seminar. Welcome you all for the physics English medium online class. Maybe there are few students who are going to join my physical class, physical class as well. I will tell you more detail regarding the physical class while I'm doing this class today. Right. Today, this is the very first day that we all met. I'll be discussing few important points before starting the subject. Right. Before starting the subject, I will explain few important points. So if you have any doubt, you can use the chat box and ask any questions. I'm teaching you while looking at the chat box, so no problem. If you have anything, you can ask me. I will share the details. If you want anything, you can ask it. Right. The first, I will introduce myself because you should have an idea about me. Otherwise, like since you learn from me, you should have an idea because I should have a kind of capacity or the qualifications in order to teach you all now. So therefore, I'll introduce myself as a teacher. Like I did my A level in 2005 and I got 3 A's there and entered University of Moratuwa and graduated as a electrical engineer in University of Moratuwa 2010. Then I joined Ceylon Electricity Board and now currently I work in Ceylon Electricity Board as a chartered electrical engineer. Like I have been doing these kind of classes over like more than 15 years. More than 15 years. There are several students who are like in universities because we have given the proper instruction and the guidance for them to get that results. Right. We will discuss those things in detail in a later. Right. Then I will mainly focus on what is A levels. What is A level? As a student, you should have an idea what is A level. What is A level? Right? What is A level? Right. So I must tell you that A level is a kind of competitive exam. It's a very competitive exam. It is not the most difficult exam in Sri Lanka, but it is the most competitive exam, not a difficult exam. Right? Why I'm telling like this? If you take your scholarship, maybe there are students here who got more than 190, like close to 200, close to 200, that means less than 150. Maybe some of you might fail at the exam, so nothing to worry. Here, if you score like 180, scholarship is a kind of competitive exam, Damai. If you score 180, you can enter like Royal College. Let's take 178 marks for the scholarship. You can enter the Anand College, Anand Royal, right? So maybe like I don't know exactly what is the exact number for maybe Vishaka College. But if you score more than like if you score like 160, you can enter like Gampa Bandanayaka College, right? So if you get something like 120, you can't find any place because it's a competitive exam. The highest people get this kind of school while the others don't get. It's a competitive exam, right? But if you take your O level, it is not a competitive exam, Lamai. It is like if you get more than like 75, for example, 78 marks out of 100 for max, you get A pass. 95 out of 100, you get A pass. Whatever the value more than 75, you get A pass. It's not a competitive exam. It's not a competitive exam. Try your best to understand. Not a competitive exam. But A level is a really competitive exam. This is a scholarship situation. This is the O levels. When it comes to A level, it's a very competitive exam. Right? For example, if I explain, the Colombo district situation, let's say someone might get for the P6 subject, the one got like 80 marks out of 100. The other one got only 79. Other one got 79. In Colombo district, there may be like 25 students. There may be 25 students who have that difference. 79 to 80, the difference is one mark only, but there are 25 students who have that much of difference. Did you get my point? That is why I'm telling you it's a very competitive exam. Another thing, another thing, let's say we have we have three subjects for maths, we have three subjects for the bio, we have three subjects. All these three subjects for physics, you get 80. For maths, for example, okay, for maths you get 80. For chemistry, you get 80. Okay, there is another student, there is one other student who got physics 79, maths 79, chemistry 80, sorry, chemistry 79. The difference is only 3 marks. Here 80 into 3, 79 into 3. The difference is only 3 marks. But if you consider the rank dropped by 60 number. 60 number. Can you understand how this is important? Even a one MCQ, maybe the one MCQ is enough to make you difference here. 79 to 80 means one MCQ. For one MCQ, you get 1 mark. One MCQ is 1 mark. So that is why I'm telling you this is very, very important exam, competitive exam, which change your life. Will change your life. Right. So I think the students who are here are doing maths or the biology. There may be some IT students also, but most of you definitely do biology or the maths. Since you select biology or the maths, actually I must tell you frankly that you have already selected the most most important subjects in this world. Why I'm telling you that? Since you are selected that kind of subjects, you get highly paid job after your graduation or after your studies. In every country in the world, they pay much money, much salary for those who are doing like maths or the biology, right? If you are doing mathematics, what kind of a thing you would get after the A levels? I'm trying to give you a brief introduction about that part. After doing A levels, after doing A levels, the student who got highest marks can enter the engineering faculty. After doing A levels, the student got highest marks can enter engineering faculty. Engineering faculty. There are several classifications. electronic engineering, electronics, electric engineering, electrical engineering, chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, textile engineering, earth resource engineering. The students who got the highest marks can enter those fields. There are many, right? There are many mechatronics. There are many. I'm just highlighting a few things here. Then the second part, you can enter computer-based degrees. Computer-based degrees. Computer-based degrees. The engineering faculties are there: Moratuwa, Peradeniya, Ruhuna, Jawardanapura, Jaffna, right? Engineering faculty. The computer-based degrees are there now in Moratuwa, Colombo faculty, and even Carania faculty. They have in the computer-based degrees. So you can get a good degree, the highly paid degree. I mean, highly paid means after the completion of this degree, you can enter a highly paid job. That's what I want to emphasize here. That's the second part. There's another thing called the physical science. The physical science. Physical science. The physical science, the students' physical science degrees are offered by University of Colombo. I think the Peradeniya also we have that. In Jaffna also we have. Calania we have. So after completing that degree also you can enter the good jobs. Good jobs. Right? Number four, like quantity survey, QS. The quantity, what I'm trying to tell you, if you are, since you are selecting max, you could able to try these kind of degrees in Sri Lanka. They are highly, after completing these, you get a highly paid job. And also, if you want, you can go abroad also. The QS actually in like Middle East, you can get good offer from for the QS quantity survey, QS. And there are a few other things called the NDT, HNDE, TTI. They are not actually degrees. They are supposed to be diplomas. Diplomas like 4-year diploma. For example, if I take TTI, 2-year theory inside the faculty, 2-year practical. So after doing that also, you can be like technical officer. They are diplomas, not degrees, they are diplomas, but finally you can be an engineer. So since you are selecting mathematics, this is a brief introduction about that. There are several variations over it. I'm not trying to go each and every point here. But I want to emphasize, since you are selecting maths, you would get these kind of fields, which are very important nowadays. Right. If I select biology, because for the physics, all those two sections are important equally. If you are selecting biology, the highest people, I mean, bio students, the highest people, they enter to medical faculty. Medical faculties we have Peradeniya, Colombo, even now Moratuwa we have, Jaffna, Amradapura. So medical faculties. The student who got the highest marks can enter medical faculty. Okay. When it comes to medical faculty, we have another classification: dentist, and vet. Dentist, Dantavaidyaru. Vet, Pashuvaidyaru. Dentist and vet. Try your best to understand. One MCQ is enough in Colombo district or Gampha district or Kurunagala, one MCQ is enough to make you doctor and the dentist. The one MCQ, for example, if you get 75 for physics, one got 74, might enter as a dentist, 74 MBBS doctor, 75 MBBS doctor. So that is why I'm trying to emphasize this is a very competitive exam. One MCQ is enough. One MCQ is enough to make you that difference. Medical faculty, that's the first part. The second part, you can think about dentist, vet, and microbiologist, microbiology degree. It's in Peradeniya. Number 3, the biology, bio. You can think about bio degree. Since you are selecting bio, you get these kind of facilities. Especially the microbiology part, we have highly paid jobs now, right? So biology selected people can enter the medical faculty. So you are as a A-level students, who are doing biology or the maths, you should have a clear understanding where we can go, right? With the time, I will explain in detail. Since it's just an introduction, I'm not trying to go in detail here, right? As I told you, A-level is a highly competitive exam. Think about that. If it is a highly competitive exam, as a student, what are the qualities you should have? Now I am going to discuss that. As a student, you should have qualities. Otherwise, it's difficult to achieve those targets. So if you want to be a doctor or if you want to be an engineer, it won't happen overnight. You have to work hard to achieve that target. Otherwise, you can't reach that target. As a A-level students, you should have a kind of attitudes. So then only you can develop, you can reach that destination, right? As A-level students, what kind of a thing you should have? What kind of thing you should have? You should have as A-level students. As A-level students. The first thing is you should have a target, Lamai. You should have a target. If you don't have a target, it is very difficult to reach that destination. The first thing is the target. You should have a target. What is your target after 2.5 years? After A-levels? You might have a target like become a doctor. Become a doctor. Become an engineer. Maybe like scientist. Become a scientist. Scientist. You should have a target like that. Otherwise, it's not meaningful. Without the targets, difficult. Second part, as a A-level student, you should have a big dream, right? The target is a close one. The target is a close one. After 2.5 years, you can reach these targets, no problem. Second one, as a A-level student, you should have a dream. What kind of a dream it should be, right? You should have a dream. Right? You should have a dream. Otherwise, difficult to go to a target. Right? What are dreams? To buy a good vehicle, to buy maybe like Bugatti or Ferrari or whatever the case, i8 or i7 or let's say buy a car. The car doesn't mean a Maruti car, right? Car does not mean a Maruti car like i8, i7. Nowadays, like people are like craving for cars, i7, i8 or whatever the Whatever the vehicle, you should have a dream to buy those cars. And maybe some of you might have a dream to travel around the world. Travel around the world. Travel around the world. Travel around the world. Right? Travel around the world. To buy or to build a beautiful house. Build beautiful house. Beautiful house. So those are few dreams for most of the students. As a student, you should have a target, then you should have a dream. When you are making a dream, Lamai, don't make a dream which is very close to you. Right? Right? Don't make a very close dreams. Make a big dream. Right? I'm always telling the students, make a dream up to the sky. Right? At least you can stay in a cloud. You need to dream up to the sky. Right? Buying a ice cream is not a dream, ne? It's not a dream actually. It's a very close part. It's not a dream. Make a dream. It's far dream. Buy a car. It's difficult for to buy a car now. So you should have a dream, right? So target dream is not enough. It is not enough, Lamai. There must be a strategy to to travel to the target or the dreams. There must be a strategy. Strategy. This strategy we will explain. This strategy we will explain through the class. The strategy to go to your dreams, I mean, to get a good results at the exam, we will teach you how to go to these targets, right? Without having a dream, without having a target, you can't understand what I'm trying to tell here. You should have a target, you should have a dream, then only you can understand our strategy. You should have a strategy to travel up to these locations. Target එකක් විතරක් තිබ්බට මදි, dream එකක් විතරක් තිබ්බට මදි. ඔයාලා students ලා විදියට ඔයාලට තියෙන strategy එකක් මේවලට reach කරන්න. Right? I'm telling you that to travel those dreams or the target is not so difficult if you get a good results at the A level exam. At your A level exam. Okay? It's very easy, not difficult. Not very difficult. Going to USA, going to Australia, going to England, they are not dreams of students who got a higher results at the exam. After graduation, they get the opportunity to go there. No problem. So we will explain through our class what kind of a strategy you need to have to get a good results at the A levels. Right? So I explained two things. One is I explained myself. I explained what is A level. Thirdly, I explained what kind of a thing you should have A level students. You should have a target, you should have a dream, and the strategy to reach that dreams or the target I will explain throughout this class. Okay. Actually, I'm trying to give you the best possible things we can do here through the class to go to the best results, to go for a best results. Okay. Do you have anything to ask up to now? Anything to ask anyone else? Right. Okay. So before come to anything, I will tell you few things that you should adhere to my class inside my class. The first thing is you should join regularly to my class. Regularly to my class. You need to grow. You need to join every day. Right? You need to join the class regularly. Don't cut the classes. That's the first thing. Don't cut the classes. That's the first thing. Join regularly. The second thing is you should have a kind of commitment to do or to listen what I've discussed inside the class. If you are not listening, you just join the class and you are not listening to my words or my teaching, you can't get the things. No, that is a kind of commitment that you should have here, otherwise difficult to continue the class. The second one is a commitment to listen to the things that we explain in the class. Listen to the things explained inside the class. Number 3. The third point is, normally the physics, when it comes to physics, it is like most of the time it is a question-oriented subject. Question-oriented subject. You have to do what we discuss. You have to redo what we discuss, what we do inside the class. For example, if I do like 6, 7, 8, 10 questions inside the class, please redo it. Not to memorize, but to understand. Right? But to understand. Redo the questions that we discuss inside the class. That's the next important point you need to follow inside the class. Redo the questions. Redo the questions. Number 4. What is number 4? We will give you homework time to time. There are several tutorials you will receive like this. There are several tutorials you will receive. Time to time, we will ask you to do homework. So please join after doing the homework. If you have that kind of attitude, I don't think there will be an issue. Do homework and join. Do homework and join. Do homework and join. If you follow those 4 steps in my class, I'm pretty sure that you would get, I'm guaranteed you would get the best results. No problem. What is that? Join regularly. Every day join the class. Second one, listen to the things that we explain inside the class. Third point, redo the questions, not the theory. Redo the questions that we discuss inside the class. The fourth point, do homework what we ask when we ask. Right? If you follow these 4 steps, I don't think the physics would be a much complicated subject for you all. It's not a difficult subject anymore. Right? So Lamai, I explained few things now. One is what is A level. As I told you, I try to emphasize what I discussed up to now. What is I summarize what I explained. What is A level? It's a very competitive exam, not like O levels, not like scholarship. Scholarship is a competitive, but remember, this A level is a turning point of your life. After doing your A levels, it determines where you are traveling. I mean, you become a doctor, you become an engineer, you become scientist, or any other place, any other person inside in this world. That determines solely from this A levels in Sri Lanka, right? So I explained what is A level, right? Second point, what kind of a thing you should have as student. I highlighted 3 things mainly. You should have a target, you should have a dream, you should have a strategy. You should have a target. Target need to be developed by yourself. Dream need to be developed by yourself. The third point, the strategy will explain here, right? While I'm teaching, I will tell you the strategy to go to to score the highest results. The reason here is if you score the highest results for your A-level exam, this achieving these targets or the dreams are not so difficult. ඉගෙන ගත්තාම හුඟක් දේවල් පහසුයි ලබා ගන්න. මම කියන්නේ ඉගෙන ගත්තේ නැති අයට මේවා හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. හැබැයි එහෙම එකක් නැහැ. හැබැයි ඉගෙන ගත්තාම පහසුයි. සොසයිටි එකේ ඒක ගැන හයිලයිට් කරනවා. දැන් ළමයි දැකලා ඇති Wild Cook, right? එයාගේ interview, I don't know whether you have seen the interview. I'm just highlighting, right? There is an interview like Hari TV or some in YouTube. I saw it. So what he highlighted always, he got this kind of thing, but he after O level he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything after O levels. So what he has always learn things properly. Learn the things properly. Okay. So as a student, you should have that those two. I will explain the third part, the strategy, how to reach that. Not to do those, but to achieve the best results in your A levels. Right? If you are joining my class, you have to adhere to those 4 stages. Join regularly. If you are joining regularly, I'm guaranteed you get the best results. Definitely you get A pass. Join regularly. Number 2, listen to the things explained inside the class. Third point, redo the question. Redo the questions. That doesn't mean looking at the every steps and do that. Try yourself to do that. Try yourself to do that. Redo the question is that. Redo the questions again. Number 4, do what we ask you to do as homework. If you follow those 4 steps, I don't think there will be an issue. There are a few questions. Let me to answer that. If you have anything, you can raise it. Is my voice is not clear? The one is highlighted that my voice is not clear. Can one of you tell me that whether it's okay or not? No problem, eh? Yeah, okay. The few students are like, I think Munir, I think it's the problem with your signal because the other students don't have that issue. They're like telling that because I'm using the fiber network, so no problem with that, I think. Please check your connection. Right. Okay, please check your connection. Okay. Right. So, Lamai, if you have anything, okay, if you have anything, you can use these 2 numbers. Actually, these are my coordinators regarding the classes. You can contact. One is a Chamara. I will give his number. If you have anything, you can just send a WhatsApp message. He will help you to get the details. Because he also the university students, my class. If you want, you can get any details from him. Chamara. There's another number. Hello. So those are the two students. You can use this number. If you have anything, you can ask them. Just send me a WhatsApp message. They will reply you. Right. If you have anything to ask regarding the classes, you can ask them. Right. Okay. Before come to the subject, I will tell you how I am going to do the classes. I'll be doing online class and the physical class also. The physical class will be started in Salient Pay Nugegoda. The student who are like to join the physical class, you can send a WhatsApp message to join that. We will send you the detailing in the group, so you can send the WhatsApp message and get the details. And for the mainly the online class, the online class is conducted through this website, Ranga Priyanath .lk, rangapriyanath.lk, right? It is not so difficult to use this website. Let me share the screen and explain this. Right. If you go to rangapriyanath.lk, you could see the screen, and I think you can see the screen. You just type your mobile number. Not this is my number. Not 7144777069. If you type a number and log in into it, you get a OTP. You get a OTP, Lamai. Okay. So now I got a OTP. So I confirm that. So when after confirming that, you can enter to the website and select your class, right? You can select your class and register there. Why I explain this website? I'll be doing the classes through Zoom platform. But after doing the classes, I'll be uploading the video to this website. So that doesn't mean you need not to join the live class. I request all the students to join the live class and ask questions. Right? That's how you learn the subject now. Don't wait for the recording. But there are some instances where you encountered problem. For example, when you do an online class like that, there are some technical issues in your side. There are some weather problems. So you can't join the live class now. So at that moment, maybe there is a close relative wedding, the funeral. So those are possible everywhere. So, but anyway, we can't stop the teaching. We can't learn the we can't stop the learning subject now. So that is the option for the website. I'll be uploading today. If I do the class tomorrow, I'll be uploading this video through the website to the website. So you get the chance to watch them unlimited times. There is no restrictions, unlimited times. Right. That's the one advantage, that the main advantage you get through this website. You get the chance to get unlimited times of watch recording times. Secondly, that is the second point. If you are using the dialogue connection, this is a data-free connection. If there is no data fee, if you are using dialogue, because this website is created by the dialogue people, so they have that we have that chance. Then if you have dialogue connection, I'm not promoting dialogue, right? I don't want to promote dialogue, but if you are using dialogue connection, you get the chance to watch without data fee, right? So those are two things that I want to emphasize regarding the website. It is not so difficult. Once you enter to the website, select your class, but anyway, you need to fill set of data. What's your name? What's your school? What kind of WhatsApp number you are using? So those things are you need to fill all those details. Okay. After filling those details, you can select your class. That's the website part. We'll upload it and you can watch it. For the physical students, you don't get that chance, Lamai. You don't get that chance because it's online only for the online students. You don't get that chance. But if you want any issue, any, if you can't, if you won't be able to join the class on that day, you can contact me. I will help you to cover up that part only for that part, only for that day. Right. Okay. Do you have anything to ask up to now? Actually, don't try to buy any textbooks. Don't try to buy any textbook. My advice is not to buy any textbooks. So we feel that to buy a textbooks because we like the books, right? But don't try to buy any textbooks. Uh, you can buy if you want. You can buy the Dr. Rosa. I think Dr. Rosa's book. If you like, you can buy it because you can get some extra knowledge. Other than that, you can buy the past paper books, the Pesura and Atlas. Those are somewhat good. You can buy them. Except that, don't try to buy any textbooks because everything we are doing here, no need to buy anything. Past paper books, please buy. And even if you have the chance to buy Dr. Rosa's book, please buy that. I mean, there's something called in Sinhala we call it Bahuwarna Vivarana book. අන්න ඒව ටික ගන්න. ඒව ටික ඔයාට ගන්න පුළුවන් නම් හොඳයි. There's I think the English version also there. You can buy that. Other than that, I recommend not to buy any other textbooks. Anything to ask? Right. Okay. Let me just start the subject now. I explained few things which are around us, but it is very important, right? Right. Okay. We'll start from the beginning. How this physics is developed in history. I will start from the beginning. Lamai, in Asian people, the ancient people, they waste their energy and the time mainly for to fulfill their requirements. They waste their energy and the time to fulfill their main requirements. What are the main requirements? Food, shelter, those are the main requirements. They waste their energy. They waste their energy and the time to fulfill their main requirements. But with the time, what happened? That the human because of the evolution, with the time because of the evolution, the human brain developed than the any other animal, right? Than the any other animal, the human brain developed. So what happened then? They try to reason out the things happening around them, right? They try to reason out the things happening around them. Okay. Earlier they waste their energy and the time only for to fulfill their requirement. But with the evolution, the human mind developed than the any other creatures, any other animal, and they try to reason out why these things are happening around us. Why these things are happening around us. They try to find the reason out for those changes, right? So to find those changes, so the new subject is pop up. That's what we call the science now. That's what we call the science. To find the reason of those changes. That's what we call the science. ඔය අතීතයේ මිනිස්සුන්ට යාළගේ එනර්ජි එකයි ශක්තියයි එනර්ජි එකයි ටයිම් එකයි වේස්ට් කළේ යාළගේ මේන් රික්වයර්මන්ට්ස් වලට විතරයි. හැබැයි evolution එකත් එක්ක they try to understand what's the reason because of what is the reason for the changes. Everywhere we have a changes, no? Everywhere we have a changes, right? Everywhere we have a changes. For example, the 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 coconut leaves drop to the ground. So it's a change. So when this happened, the people try to analyze it. Why that happened? Why this happened? Ice melt. Why this happened? Why this change happened? So they try to reason out. So that is why a new subject called the science pop up. Right? Science pop up. That's what we call the science. Lamai, when I take the changes, there are Lamai millions of changes. There are millions of changes. You can't even count. There are millions of changes. So around this location, the animal is the small insect is moving from here to there. It's also kind of change. If I try to reason out, it's another science we have. Here, they try to reason out. They try to analyze those changes. They mainly categorize these changes into two groups. One is called social changes, and another one is called natural changes. Social changes means the changes happen in the normal environment. Natural changes means the things happening in I will explain like this. The social changes is something that happen in the society. The people are changing their behaviors. Those are like social changes. Natural changes means natural changes again classified into two groups: the physical changes and chemical changes. Physical changes and chemical changes. What is physical changes? What is chemical changes? I will explain. Social changes we study under the social science. We study under the social science. When you take the social science subject, the history, art, what else? Art, history, the commerce, those are belongs to social science changes. This subject area belongs to that category. Natural science. The natural science belongs to what? Natural science belongs to the physical changes. Natural science classified into two groups: physical changes and chemical changes. The physical changes are the changes that can restore back easily. What do you mean by this? Let's say you have a metal ball here. You have a metal ball. If you heat up to a certain temperature and let it to cool in that temperature, in that environment, after few hours, that original ball can be observed. That's what we call physical changes. The change that can be restored back. නැවතත් එයාවම ගන්න පුළුවන් අපි කියන එක physical change එකක් කියලා. Okay? Chemical change means a change that cannot be restored back easily. For example, you have an egg. You boil it. When you boil it, what will happen? Inside the chemical composition would change. Can you take the egg again back? It's difficult. You can't take it, right? පාට පුළුවන් ද බිත්තර ගෙඩියක් අරගෙන රත් කරලා බොයිල් කරලා ගත්තාම ඒ බොයිල් කරපු එක ඉස්සරහට යනවා. බිත්තර ගෙඩියක් විදියට බිත්තර ගෙඩිය සුද්ධ කරලා ආයේ එක එක ගන්න පුළුවන්ද? පරණ එක විදියට ගන්න පුළුවන්ද? ගන්න බෑ ඒක. මොකද ඒකේ ප්‍රෝටීන් ස්ට්‍රක්චර් එක වෙනස් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේ changes වලට අපි කියනවා chemical change එකක් කියලා. chemical change එකක්. physical change එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ අර මම ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්වා වගේ object එකක් තියෙනවා metal object එකක් metal sphere එකක් ඕක heat කරනවා. heat කරපුවාම ටික වෙලාවක් යාව නිකන් තිබ්බොතින් අර පරණ metal ball එකම නැවත ගන්න හැකි. ඒකට අපි කියනවා physical change එකක් කියලා. ඒක අපිට easily ගන්න පුළුවන් නිසා තමයි අපි ඒකට කියන්නේ physical change එකක් කියලා. I will tell you another example. You have a ice cube here. You heat up the ice cube. What will happen? What kind of observation you have now when you heat up it? When you heat up the ice cube, what kind of thing you could see? Anyone else? This is the ice cube. When you heat up, what you get? Water. You get water, ne? You get water. If you do it, if you heat up it again, what you get? The steam. You get the steam. You are heating it. You heat it. You get this one. Can't you change the steam to water? You can do it by cooling it. You cool the steam, you get water. You further cool it, but you get the ice cube. Tell me whether it's a physical change or the chemical change. It's a physical change. It's not a chemical change, right? I have a paper. I have a paper here. I'll fire it. You get a dust particles now. I fire it, right? මම මේක පිච්චුවා. පිච්චලා අලු මෙහෙම කරලා මෙතනට දානවා. ටික වෙලා යනකොට අලු ටික එකතු කරොත් මේ පේපර් එක ගත්ත හැකි දාපව. Can I take the paper back? No, I can't take the paper back. It is actually the chemical change. Chemical change. You can't change it. It's difficult. You can't change it. It's a chemical change. So the study area relevant to the chemical changes called what? It's called what? Anyone? Any guesses? The study area relevant to the chemical changes. That area is known as what? Exactly. Very good. Run surgery. Very good. It's a chemistry. Under the chemistry, what you learn is the chemical changes. Right? What you learn is the chemical changes. The study area under the physical changes. Physical changes. What the cause of this change? Ice to convert water, water to convert steam, again steam converted water, water convert to ice. What the cause of it? It is the heat mainly, the type of energy. If you try to analyze, if you try to study this area belongs to what subject? Physics. So that's the starting point of the physics, right? I know that it's very first day we all are meeting. It's very difficult for you to analyze the things like this. Let me to repeat it again, right? I'll repeat it again. I'll make a small summary here. Lamai, the ancient people, they waste their energy and the time mainly for fulfill their main requirements, foods and shelter. But with the evolution, the human brain developed than any other creature, any other animal. So they try to analyze what happened around them. So they feel that to study that kind of thing is not an easy task. So they develop a subject called the science. Since number of changes are infinite numbers, you can't even imagine. They classified these changes into two groups. One is called natural changes, other one is called social changes. Social changes කියලා කියන මිනිස්සු වගේ කට්ටිය අතර වෙන changes. හරි. social changes. මිනිස්සු ඇඳුම් අඳින්න ගන්නවා ඔය වගේ දේවල් කරන දැන් අතීතයේ ඇඳුම් ඇඳ නැහැනේ. හැබැයි කාලයක් එක්ක ඇඳුම් අඳින්න ගත්තා. ඔය වගේ social changes වෙන්න ගත්තා. ඒක එක පැත්තක්. ඒකේ තමයි ඔය social changes කියන කතාව තමයි we call it, we learn that subject under the art or the art, commerce, like history, all those are belongs to that category. The another field is natural changes, which is very important for us. Natural changes now belong divided two groups. One is called physical changes and other one is called the chemical changes. Physical changes are the changes that you can easily revoke, I mean easily restore back. Like I explained, the hot object heat up, you get, once you remove it and put that into environment, you get cool and you get normal object again. Okay, that's the point. If you analyze that subject area, then it's called the physics. Through the physics we learn that how these physical changes takes place, what is the reason for the physical changes. We feel that the physical changes occur, that is because of the energy, because the heat itself is a type of energy. Due to the heat, ice cube melt to water comes to steam because of the heat. So we learn the heat under the physics as a type of energy. Under chemistry, you learn how the chemical changes take place. Like I explained, when you boil the egg, you get a different type of protein structure. You can't take the egg again back in a normal method. In a normal method, you can't do it. Right? Of course, you can't do it. So that's what we call the subject chemistry. Right? I think I explained up to a certain level. You could understand that part. Anything to ask up to now? There are a few questions. I will answer it first. Right. I think I answered all these questions here. No problem with that, I think. Okay. If you are clear with this, we will. If you are clear with this, we will move to our topic now. Write a topic physics. Please write a topic physics. Write a topic physics. Write a topic physics. So as you already know that now, physics is the subject area that we analyze the course of change. Course of change. Course of change. But the reason for this change, course of change, that can be restored by simple mechanism. That's what we call the physics. Write a topic physics. Please write under that. This subject examine. This subject examine. This subject examine. This subject examine. The underlying course of this subject examine. The underlying course of changes. This subject examine. The underlying course of changes that can be restored. R-E-S-T-O-R-E-D. Restored by by simple methods. By simple methods. Most physical changes are most physical changes are caused by energy. Most physical changes are caused by energy. Therefore, we have to study. Therefore, we have to study. We have to study the process. We have to study the process associated. The process associated with the energy. Process associated with the energy. Energy and its varieties. And its varieties. And its varieties. Please write this: ice cube, water, heat, steam. Heat converted to steam. You are giving the heat to this system. Heat to this system, you get the steam. Okay, done. Right under that. The reason for this process is heat. The reason for this process is heat. The reason for this process is heat. It's a type of energy. It's the 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 type of energy. Right. It's a type of energy. Okay. එතකොට මම හිතනවා දරුවන්ට ඔයාලට ඒක ක්ලියර් ඇති කියලා කොහොමද සයන්ස් කියන සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක හැදුනේ සයන්ස් කියන සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක ඇතුලේ කොහොමද සෝෂල් සයන්ස් ඒ වගේම නැචරල් සයන්ස් කියන එක ඩිවෙලොප් වුනේ නැචරල් සයන්ස් කියන එක කොහොමද කෙමිස්ට්‍රි බයොලොජි වලට හැදුනේ කියන එක ඔයාලට ක්ලියර් ඇති කියලා මම හිතනවා right I think everyone is clear with this no problem with that right so the language of science is what actually Language of science is called what? It's mathematics. Language of science is mathematics. To analyze certain points, we need mathematics knowledge. If you are trying to study the animals and human, I mean, if you're trying to analyze the changes in animal and human, then that subject area is biology. If you're trying to analyze why this, like this arm, like this kind of shape, why these fingers are vibrated like this. So if you're trying to analyze that, that belongs to the biology subject. Okay, right. Lamai, I want to emphasize another small point for you. What is that? You need to look at frequently a website called NIE. NIE is the website developed by the government to, like, it has syllabus, teacher's guidebook, and the practical details. I will come to the syllabus after highlighting that, but I will show you the website because I need you to look at this website time to time, so you can get some extra knowledge what is happening around us. Right, this is the website. Okay, please go this website time to time so you can get an idea about this NIE. Right. So this is, I think you can see the screen. This is the website that I told you. When you go to this point, you could see that under the curricular, syllabus, teacher's guidebook, related resources, all everything is there. If you want to download the syllabus, you can go to this point. But anyway, I will share the syllabus, physics syllabus. I will share it. I didn't share it because I need you to explain the things and do it. So you have the syllabus, let's say grade number 12, right? Under the grade number 12, what the syllabus? The physics syllabus. I need to select the physics syllabus. So we have that now. We have that now. Okay. And not only that, but also the teacher's guidebook also there. Teacher's guidebook under the because I'm following the teacher's guidebook. There are important resources in NIE. So in here, physics, the teacher's guidebook also available. Teacher's guidebook also available. Teacher's guidebook. Right. Okay. So time to time, you better go to NIE. That's an important thing for you all. You can get some extra knowledge by looking at those details. Okay. Right. Okay. Let me to highlight about the syllabus now. Let us discuss the syllabus. Let us discuss about the syllabus, physics syllabus. So my physics syllabus consists with 11 topics. 11 topics, starting from measurement, number 2, mechanics, number 3, oscillations and waves, number 4, thermal physics, number 5, gravitational field, Number 6, electric field. Number 7, electrostatic field. Number 8, electromagnetism. Electromagnetism, which is known as the magnetic field. Number 9, electric field I have highlighted. Number 7, electromagnetism. Number 8, current electricity. Number 9, electronics. Number 10, mechanical properties of matter. Mechanical properties of matter. Number 11, matter and radiation. Matter and radiation. Matter and radiation. So those are the 11 topics in your syllabus. Okay, these are the 11 topics that you have to complete under your syllabus. So if you take mechanics, mechanics is called the heart of physics. Heart of physics. Under the mechanics, you might learn how the object is revolve around the revolve around a center. How a planet, how the earth is revolve around the sun. How a vehicle is taking a bend. How how the aeroplane is take off. How the aeroplane is take off with the aeroplane is taking that kind of thing. No, how it happened. So we learn that part under the mechanics. We call heart of physics. We call heart of physics because it's a very important subject area, right? The mechanics. The oscillation and waves. Oscillation and waves also important part. You will learn how your eye is operating, how your eye function takes place, and also how that the sound energy propagate in environment in air, and how this the refraction takes place, refraction, the interference, polarization, how when you are using the spectacles, how to select the better spectacles, like polarized spectacles. You will learn those sections under the oscillation waves, right? The thermal physics. Under the thermal physics, you might learn the type of I'm just giving an idea, right? I'm not giving in detail. I'm just giving you an idea to have a small understanding about the syllabus. Under the thermal physics, you might learn the type of thermometers. Type of thermometers you may have, like liquid in glass thermometer, mercury in glass thermometer, thermophile, thermocouple. Those things you will learn. Not only that, but also how the gas pressure change with the temperature, how the gas volume change with the pressure. Those things you will learn. And also when you are taking a certain object, when you heat up it, when you are providing thermal energy, when you heat it, what will happen? It gets expansion. What kind of expansion will take place for a small change of temperature like 5 Celsius, 10 Celsius? You will do some mathematical calculations there and find it. That is under the thermal physics. Under the gravitational field, there is something called the geostationary satellite. Geostationary satellite means what? If the satellites stay with me, because we know that we are on the earth and the earth is revolve around the sun. If a satellite is stationary at a certain point, that tells me the satellite also travel with me in the same way, same speed. So that's what we call the geostationary satellite. If you want to if you will learn the concepts under the geostationary satellite under the gravitational field. Let's say we want to project an object, so it never return to the earth again. Not like a bird, right? If you project object, it never return to the earth again. We call it escape velocity. What kind of a velocity should be? ඔයාට ඔබ්ජෙක්ට් එකක් ඔයාට තරහකාරයෙක් ඉන්නවා මිනිහව ලෝකෙන් අයින් කරන්න ඕන. ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් කරනවා escape velocity එකකින්. ඌ ආයෙත් නැහැ මෙහෙට. We call it escape velocity. අපි ඒක ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. Gravitational field වලදී. What kind of a velocity should be? What is the velocity I should project that object so it never return to the earth again? That's what we call the escape velocity. Right? Under the electric field, you will learn certain things related to electrons, protons, right? Electrons and protons, the capacitors. I think you have noted the capacitors. Inaugural, I don't know whether it's inaugural, right? Capacitors. You will learn those sections under the electric field. Actually, under the electric field, you learn the stationary object, stationary charge particles. The things happen because of the stationary charge particles. Stationary charge particle. Let's say you have a charge particle here. If you place another charge particle at a point like this, definitely that will attract or repel. If it is positive, if that is positive, repel. If that is negative, it will attract. So this will learn, you will learn this part under the electric field. Okay. Right. The next point is the electromagnetism. Electromagnetism means magnetic field. Magnetic field. Okay. The next section is the current electricity. The current electricity topic. Under the current electricity, you will learn the effect due to a charge flow. If an electron is flow, if an electron is moving from one point to another point, what kind of a properties it would have? That will learn under the current electricity. I'm just highlighted small points, not in detail. When the time comes, we will explain. Under the electronics also, you will learn the semiconductors, diodes, transistors, operation amplifiers. You will learn those sections. Number 10, mechanical properties of matter. The mechanical properties of matter, when it comes to that topic, Lamai, you know that if you look at the ancient palace, or if you go to Anuradhapura or Polonnaruwa, the walls are created with like a very large width. The size is very high. Even a Dimobata can run over it. Dimobata තුනක් යන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට තමයි wall හදලා තියෙන්නේ. But you know that the resources are scarce. I mean, the resources are very limited. We have limited resources. So we can't use that way. So what kind of a size that we should have for a wall? What kind of a we should learn the optimum value for that requirement. Because those days we don't have issue with the resources. If you want to develop a raptor, you just cut the tree and do it. But you can't cut the tree for raptor now. You can't cut the tree for raptor. We have to analyze it. What is the optimum solution? What is the optimum thing? So under that we will learn it. Matter and radiation is the last topic in your syllabus. Under the matter and radiation, you will learn X-rays, nuclear energy, nuclear power plant, the radioactivity, the carbon dating. The carbon dating means this: if you want to find let's say you found the sample where it's thousands of years expired. You need to find the exact age. There is a method called carbon dating. When the time comes, I will explain. So you will learn those points under the matter and radiation. So I explain all these 10 topics without that. To understand all these 10 topics, the measurement provide a little broad. It's a very important topic. Everything you do, you have to go with the measurements. So the measurement is a very important topic which we are going to start today. Okay. So that is the syllabus. Okay. That's the syllabus. Please write physics syllabus. Please write a topic. Physics syllabus. Physics syllabus. Physics syllabus. Physics syllabus. Right under that. Physics syllabus. Physics syllabus consists with. Physics syllabus consists with. Physics syllabus consists with 11 main topics. 11 main topics. 11 main topics. 11 main topics. Main topics. Number 1, measurement. Number 1, measurement. Number 1, measurement. Number 2, mechanics. Number 2, mechanics. Number 2, mechanics. Number 2, mechanics. Number 3, oscillation and waves. Number 3, oscillation and waves. Number 3, oscillation and waves. Number 4, thermal physics. Number 4, thermal physics. Thermal physics. Number 5, gravitational field. Gravitational field. Number 5, gravitational field. Number 6, electric field. Number 6, electric field. Number 6, electric field. Number 7, electromagnetism. Electromagnetism. Number 7, electromagnetism. Electromagnetism. Number 8, current electricity. Current electricity. Current electricity. Current electricity. Number 9. Number 9, electronics. Number 9, electronics. Electronics. Number 10, mechanical properties. Mechanical properties of matter. Mechanical properties of matter. Mechanical properties of matter. Mechanical properties of matter. Number 11, matter and radiation. Matter and radiation. Number 11, matter and radiation. Right, matter and radiation. So those are the 11 topics, Lamai. We will discuss one by one in near future. Right, I think it's better to have a small break. We will take a 10-minute break and start the balance part. You have anything to ask before the break? You will receive this tutorial to your home without any additional payment. Nothing to worry. We will send you soon those tutorials. There are several students now join the class. We will send them soon. Anything to ask anyone else? Right. Okay. We will take a small break. We'll take a 10-minute break and start the balance. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's start our discussion. Right. Okay. Please pay your attention to this. We will start our discussion again. Uh, Now I will mainly focus on your paper. Mainly focus on your paper. I explained the syllabus, not in detail, not in detail, because now the time for you to learn that syllabus. When the time comes, we'll explain one by one. We will mainly highlight now your paper. Lamai, you may have two papers, paper number 1 and paper number 2. Physics paper, physics paper. There are two papers, paper number 1 and paper number 2. Paper number 2. Paper number 1 is a MCQ paper. It's a MCQ paper. MCQ. What is meant by MCQ? Multiple choice questions. That means you may have 5 selections. You need to select one. MCQs. Paper number 2 is a essay paper. It's an essay paper. Essay paper. For the paper number 1, you may get 50 MCQs. 50 MCQs. 50 MCQs. 50 MCQs. Each MCQ you get 1 mark. 1 into 50. Out of 100, you get 50 marks for this. Out of 100, you get 50 marks for this. Paper number 2 is essay paper. There are 4 structured questions. 4 structured questions. 4 structured question. 4 structured question, and you may have 4 essay questions. 4 essay questions. In physics syllabus, you may have 42 practicals. Will be discussed one by one inside the class. This is a micrometer screw gauge. I will discuss each and every practical inside the class with the instrument. It's called the micrometer screw gauge, which we need to measure very small distances. It's another practical. There will be 4 questions out of 42 practicals. You will be question 4 questions as through 4 questions under the structured type. 4 questions. Each question you get 5 marks out of 100. Okay, 5 marks. So 4 questions means 4 into 5, 20 marks. 20 marks. Here you don't have selections. All are compulsory. They will give you 4 structured questions. All are compulsory. The structured question is prepared based on the practical. All are compulsory. Here you may have 4 essay questions. Here 7.5 each. 7.5 into 4, 30 marks. What is the special thing regarding the structured essay question? Sorry, essay question, 4 essay questions. They will be questions, you only 4 essay questions, but giving you 6 essay questions. That means there's a selection. There's a selection. Understood? They will give you 6 questions. There's a selection. That means you have, because you need to do only 4 names, there's a selection. They will give you 6 questions. 6 questions will be provided. 6 questions. will be provided. But need to do only 4. Need to do only 4. Need to do only 4. Need to do only 4, right? 20 marks plus 30, 50, 50 plus 50, 100. That's how the marks allocation takes place. Let's say somebody could able to complete 2.5 questions marks here. To try to get 2.5 question marks means at least you should try 3.5 questions. Then otherwise you don't get it now. Maybe wrong or whatever the things. You don't get it. Let's say out of the structured question, somebody could do only 2.5 questions. 2.5 questions means 2.5. Let's say at the exam. At the exam, you did only 2.5 into 5 marks. It is 12.5, isn't it? 12.5. Essay questions are rather simple. Why I'm telling like that? Because you have a selection. If you can't do the first question, you can go to the second one. If you can't do the second one, you can go to the third one. Like that, there's a selection. If you can't do the third or the fourth or the fifth, there's no option. But if you can do it, you can have an idea because you know if one question is difficult, you can skip that. There's a selection. Let's say you could be able to do 3 questions there. 3 questions, 7.5, 22.5 marks. 22.5 marks. Out of MCQs, somebody could do 40 questions corrected, which is 40 marks. When you take the summation of it, 12.5, 22.5 is 35, 35 plus 40, 75. 75. What kind of a grade you would get at the exam? What's the grade you would get? A, B, C. What kind of a grade you would get? A. Definitely you would get A pass. A pass. So getting the A pass is not so difficult. But if the 100 students sit for the exam, only 3-4 students get A passes. Only 3-4 students get A passes. I don't know what's the reason, but anyway, only 3 or 4 students get the A passes. That's the nature of this exam. Okay, right. Let me to show you another small thing, which is so this is 2022-2023 performance of candidates report, which is issued by Research and Development Department of Examination Sri Lanka, given as National Evaluation and Testing Service. So time to time they will release this kind of report. In 2023 I got the latest one. What it tells you, there are many informations provided, right? If you analyze few information provided, I will take you to an important point. After that, I will explain further details. This is examinations, all candidate research by grades in each subject. Right. In 2023, Lamai, can you see my screen, every one of you? The class will be end with 7 p.m., right? But I'll be stop the class bit early today because it's a very first day we all are doing here. I'll highlight the date and the time properly before complete the class, right? Right. Can you see my screen, every one of you? Okay, right. Okay. Look at here. This is the subject, the physics. In 2023, number of students sat for the exam is 76,642 physics. 76,642. Out of that, only 4% got A passes. Out of that, only 4%. That means if 100 students sit for the exam, only 4 students get A passes. But what happened to the fail rate? 31.50. That means 100 students sit for the exam, 31.5 students fail at the exam. Okay. B passes 6.26. The B passes we get 6.26. 6.26. Look at this row. S passes is the majority, 38.45%. That means 100 students sit for the exam, 38.45 students got S passes. How about the chemistry? Chemistry, the A passes is more than that value. That means 8.91. That means if 100 students sit for the exam, at least 9 students got A passes. The fail rate also less than that. 28, like 29 students fail at the exam. Okay. So that's the important point you need to understand. So don't confuse it. The mathematics is a different thing. What you do is combine mathematics. The combined mathematics, 40,133 students sit for the exam. Out of that, only 6% got A passes. 6% got A passes. So like that, it tells you some information. What we interested in the physics. For the physics subject, 4 students got. If I look at 2021, 2020, 2019, the similar type of behavior takes place. Right now, I will explain few things related to that with this report, because it's better to have an idea about this. In 2023, number of seats for the exam is this much of value, 263,933. Out of that, only 3.75 students got A passes. Actually, that is all the subjects, not any other, all the subjects. I will take you another point. Bioscience, that means biology, 16% 84. That means almost 17 students out of 100 all three subjects fail. So look at the look at the point here. All these three subjects fail. 17 students out of 100. Physical science means max. 17.8 means like almost 17 or 18 fail at the exam. So those are few informations for you all. I will share this detail with you, better to have an idea about this. Maybe you can't understand, but the point I explain is important, so better to go that point and understand that section. Right. So out of this, I mean, this is given as performance of school candidate by district arranged in a descending order of eligibility percentage. Jaffna having the highest percentage, look at here, 65% 0.32 students eligible for the university entrance. Eligible means that doesn't mean that it entered the university. That tells you the eligibility percentage. Trincomalee, it is 65. The maximum is Jaffna. Then Trincomalee, Batticaloa, Colombo is number 5. What happened to the Gampa? It's number 10. The percentage is small than that value, 58.41. Where is the lowest? Polonnaruwa, 44.41%. The eligibility is very less compared with the other locations. Polonnaruwa. I explained this part now. Right. I want you to write this particular part. Write this particular part in the last page of your book. Last page. Last page. Can you please write this under the last page? Please write that and tell me. Are there any students willing to join the physical class in Salient 10? Are there any students who are willing to join the physical class in Salient 10? Okay. Anyone else? There are few students who are not joining the live class. They join the physical. They are supposed to join the live physical class. There. Are there any more students here? Right. I will tell you more details right after this discussion. I will tell you more detail. completed. So you should have a target to score more for MCQ. While we are discussing, we will tell you more detail. We mainly focus to score much value for MCQ. Right? At the exam, we try our best to give you the maximum for the MCQ. Right, okay, done, ne? Right. Right. Sometime you might feel that you haven't done your O levels properly. For my subject, it is immaterial. I don't care whether you get A pass for maths, whether you get A pass for science. It is not so relevant for me. But what you need to know, what you need to know is what I explained here. What is that? You should have a target, you should have a dream, and I will tell you the strategy. In my class, please pay your attention to the points I highlighted. One is, the first thing is you need to join my class regularly. That's the first thing. Second point, you need to pay your much attention to the class. You know that it's an online class. You get several benefits online class, through online class, the unlimited recordings. You don't want to waste your money for the traveling purpose. The traveling expenditures not there. Your parents are comfort with this part. Everything is there. But take the benefit of it, doing proper job, doing proper thing. The first thing is you need to pay. The first thing is you need to join the class regularly. Second point, you need to listen what we discuss inside the class. Thirdly, you have to redo. It's a very important point. Redo what I discussed, what I did inside the class with you. Redo. Redoing means doesn't mean that by looking at that it repeated. It's not that part, right? ඔයාට ඒක කළ වැඩක් වෙනවා මම කරපු එක බලාගෙන ලියලා ඒක නෙමෙයි redo කියලා කියන්නේ. ඔයා question එක කියුවා, try yourself. Then look at what we discuss. That's the method. Fourth point, do what we ask you to do as homework. That's the only thing, right? Some students here yes, we are doing model paper. We'll discuss this detail, right? Some students may be doing like swimming, the basketball, cricket, or any other activity, but doesn't matter. There's no problem. But you need to remember the things I explain as 4 points. First one, regularly join the class. Secondly, listen what we discuss. Thirdly, redo what we did inside the class. Do homework. If you can do all those 4, right, with the available time slots, you can do whatever the things you prefer. But if you can't do that, don't do those activities. The reason behind that, this is your life turning game. You would change totally. You would change totally in your life after getting good results. Right? Let's say at the exam you get 3 A passes. If you did mathematics, you become an engineer. If you did biology, you become a doctor, right? Think about imagine that situation. So how much your parents would proud on you. That's the only thing, because you know that your parents doing lot of things for you, lot of things, right? Because we also parents, we know that how much we love our children. Don't believe anyone else except your parents. They are the people who love you, and they are the people who do anything for you. If you have anything, please contact your parents. That's the only method you have, right? What I want to tell you, what I want to emphasize is that that is the only point where you can make your parents happy. You can make your parents proud. You know that. Imagine the situation where you get 3 A passes at the exam. Your parents can proudly say that my child got this kind of results. 3 A passes at the exam. So one of my student is there because he's actually in University of Moratuwa. He did chemical engineering. Chemical engineering, and we know that they are like they are not even we are not big people. No, we are not we were not big people those days. Like our parents are government servants, and what that the child I told you that he completed his degree in chemical engineering and got the first class at the chemical engineering department. Last week he came to meet me, and he's now going to Australia for a PhD. So what his father and mother both came to my house, and mother told me that my child is going to Australia for PhD. So imagine the proudness or the happiness that parents have. You can't even imagine. You can't. You don't have money to give them. No, they don't expect money from you. What you can do is only do your levels properly. So make them happy. That's the only point you can do. Right? Try your best to get the maximum results at the first attempt. That's another important point. Try to get the best results at the first attempt. That's another important point. Okay. I will do my best. I will try. I will do my best. We will always help for the students for the studies. You can ask from your seniors. Maybe probably the most of this. I'm not most of the time not spreading the things like through the social media, but the students are come through the mouth to mouth. That the informations through the seniors. I'm not spreading normally the all the things so in social media, right? So what I want is to get good results from you all. It is not an easy task, but you should have a strategy. That's all, right? As I told you, if you can go those 4 steps, do swimming, do cricket, whatever the things you prefer, but be serious on the subjects. Be serious on the subject. I think the similar thing is there for the chemistry, biology, or chemistry, max. The similar thing is there. Similar thing is there. Okay. I remember there's another options you have, right? There's another option. There's a one student, 2000, if I'm not mistaken. She was the island first in IT stream. She did physics, mathematics, and IT. She didn't do the chemistry. She was the island first, one of my students now in Canada. There are opportunities like that. Actually, her Z score is not so large. Her Z score is not so large, but she was the island first, and she got a scholarship. Right? She got a scholarship by doing that A level in IT stream. But like there are opportunities like that also. If you feel that the chemistry is not a big, is like some students are having that issues, no, they don't like to remembering the things. So there's option for that. Think about that. But you can't skip physics, right? Okay, luckily there is a one, right? Okay, right. So the next part, we are going to the first topic, that is the measurement topic. I'll be starting a small section under the measurement topic. Please write a topic, unit number 1, measurement. 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 Okay. Unit number 1, measurement. Write a subtopic, physical quantity. Write a subtopic, physical quantity. Right. So now I will explain how this measurement topic is relevant to your exam. Measurement, of course, is a very important topic for almost all the subjects. I listed like 11 topics. Now, for all those 10 topics, the measurement topic is so important. No doubt with that. But in terms of exam, there will be 1 or 2 MCQs from measurement. 1 or 2 MCQs. The structured question can be developed, but not 100% sure. Can be developed, not 100% sure. But if you take like, give me a second, I have a small emergency call. Right. Okay. In paper, there will be 1 or 2 MCQs from measurement. The structured question is possible, but not 100% sure. But you remember the 4th topic, the thermal physics. Thermal physics, definitely you will get structured question. Definitely you will get essay questions. But from the measurement, you don't get essay questions. Out of the 30 past paper questions, they never give essay question from measurement. Actually, they can't give it because there is nothing to give. That's the reason. The practical is there. There will be a practical, don't know exactly. They will give you, but don't know. It's not a compulsory thing. So 1 MCQ for the paper. For the paper, 1 or 2 MCQs. 1 or 2 MCQs. Let's think about the worst case. Structured question. Structured question. 1 or 2 MCQs means 2 MCQs, 2 marks. If the structured question is given, 5 marks. So 7 marks. 7% out of 100. If the structure is given, that is so significant value. Okay, so that's the weight behind the paper. That's the weight behind the paper. The thermal physics, you would get like 5 to 6 MCQs every year. Essay question compulsory. The structured question compulsory. So that means there is a considerable weight on thermal physics, not like measurement. Right? Measurements. Okay. That is how it gives the weight on the paper. Unit number 1, measurement. I think you have written the topic. The first subtopic is the physical quantity. Right. What is meant by physical quantity? Physical quantity is any quantity that you can measure. It can be directly measurements or it can be indirectly measurement. What I mean by this? This is the idea. For example, I need to measure the distance between those 2 points. Right? If I need to measure the distance between those 2 points, I can use meter ruler to measure that. So it's a direct measurement. If I want to measure the mass of this block, mass of that block, there must be a kind of a spring balance, whatever the balance, and we can measure it. We know the mass of it. So it's a kind of direct measurement, isn't it? Direct measurements. Here, if I want to find the time to travel from here to there, I can use the stopwatch or the wall clock or the wristwatch, and I can directly measure it. So they are direct measurements. But I need the vehicle is moving from here to this point. The vehicle is moving from here to this point. The vehicle is moving from here to that point. The distance is x. The time that is spent is t equal t. T equal t. T equal 0 started this and traveled up to that point. Somebody want to find the speed. What is the method? What is the method? Anyone else? What's the method to find the speed? So not a rocket science, a simple thing.
Distance divided
Somebody
by
want
time.
to find the speed of this vehicle. What's the method?
Distance divided by time.
Exactly. Very good. You just find the distance, you measure the distance, you measure the time and divide those two values. You get the speed. The speed, of course, it is equal distance over time. Then it is called what? The speed. Distance over time. To find the speed, what we did, we found it, and get that values. So it's a speed and indirect measurement. It's an indirect measurement. Let's say I need to find the volume of this cube. I need to find the volume of this cube. There's a volume like a cube like this. I need to find the volume of it. What we do normally, let's say this is h, this is x, and that must be t. What you normally do, we measure the length of it, measure the width of it, measure the length of it, height, length, width, and multiply this x into h into t. So that will tell you the volume value. So the volume, of course, it's an indirect measurement. Finally, as a conclusion, I can tell you the physical quantity means any quantity that you can directly measure or indirectly measure. That's what we call the physical quantity. Understood? I'm just asking you, is the anger is a physical quantity? Is the anger is a physical, is it a physical quantity? Yes, it's not a physical quantity, you can't measure it. Sadness, love, can you measure them? Love කියන එක measure කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? You are telling that you love your father this much of value and that much of value of to your mother. Can you measure it? You can't measure it. So they are not belongs to physical quantity. They are not belongs to physical quantity. Right? The neighboring house is cook some tasty food. I get the smell. Someone asking me, "Kocha suwanadda bang inne?" Can I have value for that? Like 35. Can I tell like 35, 65? I can't tell that. අල්ලපු ගෙදර කෑමක් හදනවා. හරි සුවඳයි. තව යාළුවෙක් ගහනවා අර ගෙදර කෑමක් හදනවා නේද? ඒක සුවඳයි නේද බං කියලා. කොච්චරක්ද කියලා අහනවා. Can I have the value for this? So I don't have value for that. Right? යාළුවෙක් ඉන්නවා හරි ගඳයි. හරි ගඳයි. කොච්චර ගඳක්ද? Can I have the value for that? No, I can't have a value for that. So remember, there are physical quantities you don't have. There are physical quantities you can have, you can measure it directly or indirectly, but some quantities are there you can't measure them. So they are not belongs to physical quantity. Okay, I think you all are clear with this point. Harine? Okay, there. Anything to ask anyone else? Is there any questions to answer? Right, clear, ne? Right, okay, fine. Shall we complete the note then? Please complete your note. Physical quantity, a quantity, a quantity, a quantity which can be measured, a quantity which can be measured directly or indirectly, a quantity which can be measured directly or indirectly, is called physical quantity, is called physical quantity. Love, feelings, sadness, anger, are not categorized, as physical quantities. Physical quantities. Length, mass, time. These are physical quantities. Physical quantities. Example, okay, that can be measured. That can be measured directly. That can be measured directly. Speed, volume, density, area. I can write 100 sub values. No need to write. Force. You can say physical quantities that can be measured indirectly. Okay, right. Can you write, please write that. Okay, done, right. Right, now you have idea some the physical quantity. What is meant by physical quantity? I think you have the idea now. Right, what is the idea? I will answer your questions. There are a few questions I will answer you. What is the idea for the physical? What is meant by physical quantity? I think you have the idea now. Right, out of this, some physical quantities, they have only magnitude, Lamai. They have only magnitude. Some physical quantities have only magnitude. some physical quantities have magnitudes, have only magnitudes. What are the examples for this? Efficiency, 80% efficiency. This bulb having efficiency of 20%. This air condition having efficiency of 30%. Efficiency, you don't have a unit for that, no? You don't have anything, only the magnitude, efficiency. Isn't it? Efficiency. Haven't you heard something called the refractive index? In science, refractive index. When a ray travels from dense medium to rare medium, it bends towards the normal, away from the normal. You have heard that, no? Refractive index, haven't you heard that? Sin I over sin R equal n. Yes, no? So refractive index, there is only magnitude for that. Refractive index. Refractive index. Refractive index. Right? There are few other things you don't have idea in all levels, but time to time you will learn that later. Dielectric constant. Dielectric constant. Dielectric constant. Okay. The next one, some physical quantities are there. They have magnitude and the units. Some physical quantities have magnitude and the units. Can you tell me examples for that? Can you tell me the examples for that? Distance, exactly, very good. Distance, yes, that is called distance. Distance is measured from meters. Magnitude 20 meters, 30 meters. The other one mass, 50 kg, 100 kg. Time, the other one is time, 20 second, 50 second. Right? Density, there are many we can write. Density, we can make density. The next point is some physical quantity. These are supposed to be what? This we call what? Anyone else? The quantities, the physical quantity which have only magnitude and the units, they are called what? Anyone else? They are called scalars. They are called scalars. Scalars. We call them scalars. Scalars. Some physical quantities are there. Some physical quantities are there. Quantities have magnitude, units, and direction. All those three there. Examples. Can you tell me the examples, please? Magnitude, direction, and the units. All three are there. They are called vectors. They are called vectors. What are the examples for that? Displacement. Very good. Displacement. Displacement. Force. Acceleration. Right? What else? Momentum. Momentum. These are called vectors. Vectors. These are called scalars. Right? So physical quantities again classified into three. Some physical quantities only have magnitude, Others have magnitude plus units. Others have, that's what we call the scalars. Other one have magnitude, unit, and the direction. So that's what we call vectors. Right. I just highlight only the few examples here. Nothing to worry, right? Nothing to worry. Shall we complete the note? Anything to ask? There are a few questions. Let me to answer it. Yes, I think I answer the difference from vector quantity and scalar. We will actually vector and scalar quantities will be discussed under the mechanics. By Newton's balance, it's measured weight, not the mass. So the force should be a direct one. Actually, what I taught is the mass here by using the some spring balance are there. It shows you the mass and it shows you the weight, right? No problem with that. I have doubt during O levels they taught scalars as having only the direction. It's wrong. Direction, there is no direction for the scalars. Wrong. It's wrong. Right. Don't confuse. Don't confuse. With the time you might learn for the scalars you don't have directions. Right. Shall we complete the note here? Put a stand right. Put a stand right with the point form. Some physical quantities. Some physical quantities. Some physical quantities have only magnitude. Some physical quantities have only magnitude. Have only magnitude. Example, refractive index, efficiency, dielectric constant, dielectric constant, relative density. Relative density means density of a substance divided by the density of water. Relative density. No units, only the magnitude. Next, again, put a stand right. Next point. Next point. Some physical quantities have magnitude and unit. Some physical quantities have magnitude and units. Within brackets, scalars. We call them scalars. Scalars. Example, mass, distance, mass, distance, time, temperature. We can write several values, several things only write like that. Okay. Next point. Some physical quantities have magnitudes, units, and direction. Within bracket, vectors. We call them vectors. Within bracket, vectors. Example, velocity, force, displacement, acceleration. Acceleration. Okay. Right. So I have highlighted few things under the measurement topic. Right. I don't have any idea to go than that, but let me to summarize and highlight few important points regarding the class. These are the things that you need to know. Right. As the steps I explain what is A level. What is A level? I explain it. A level is a very competitive exam. Simply, it's a very competitive exam. I explain it. Second point, I explain what you should have. What you should have. You should have as A level students. There are few things. Number one, you should have a target. Number two, you should have a dream. Number three, the strategy. Right? Apart from that, I told you the strategy will be discussed with the time. I told you there are four things that you should adopt if you are joining my class, if you are in my class. Number 1 dash, number 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash. What is number 1 dash? Join the class regularly. Join class regularly. Number 2 dash, listen and ask questions. Listen and ask questions. If you are not clear, you can ask questions. Number 3, redo. Redo, it's important. Redo what we discussed, what we did. Redo, I mean questions, huh? Questions. Number 4 dash, do homework. If you can do all those four, nothing to worry. You will get the best results you want, right? And the third part, the third section, I explain the syllabus. Number 4, I explain the purpose of NIE. Number 5, I explained the paper, the physics paper. Number 6, I started the new topic, measurement. Just started. Right. So those are the points I explain inside the class. Apart from that, pay your attention to my website, Ranga Priyanath.lk. Please register there. That's the first thing. Second thing, if you are joining the online class, the class will be conducted every Saturday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. But your class will be definitely from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. like that, or 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's the plan. There will be 5-hour class because we all are doing 5-hour classes, 4-hour classes. For the time being, that is enough. Let's do the class from 4 to 7, no problem. So that's the thing. The only for next week, the class is shifted to Friday. Reason here is 12 being a new year. I'm not stopping the class, but I'll be doing the class on Friday evening. What do you feel that is okay to do the class on Friday? You have a classes on Fridays. I'm not doing regularly, only for the next week, because next week you have the new year 12th, so I don't have idea to do that on new year, but I'll be shifted that class on to 11th. You have the class on bio class on Friday, right? Right. Anyone else? I will arrange the recording if it's okay with you. Anyone having an issue with Fridays? Science on Friday. Science? Which science? So science means what? You did all levels or bioscience? Okay. All right, right, okay. You have the bioscience class. The only thing is I have Friday only. I have the time slot. Right. Every other days I am having the classes. So Friday only I have the time slot. Uh, Okay, I will share the detail through the group, right? So please watch the group, right? Please be alert on the group. I will share the detail. Please, okay. I'm okay with 9 p.m., but the students are not okay with 9 p.m. I know that they are not okay. Even if you are doing a A-level class on Friday, it is not good to do that. Like yeah, 5 p.m. Okay, I'm okay with 5 p.m. How about the other students? 5 p.m. Is it okay to start the class 5 p.m. Friday only for the next week? 5 p.m. How about the other students? They are having the classes at 5 p.m. We'll do it 5 to 8 p.m. Is it okay to do the class at 5 to 8 p.m.? Everyone is okay, ne? No problem, ne? Right, okay. Okay, since the 12th is a New Year vacation, I'm not doing the class on 12th. I'll be shifted to class on Friday, 5 p.m. And one more thing to tell you regarding the physical classes, it's 8 and 10. We will, because the 12th they are not allow us to do the class on Saturdays. So I thought of doing the online class April and start the physical class on May first week. Right, that's my plan on physical class. If the student don't worry, I will start the physical class this time. The last year also they asked me to start, but I didn't start it. No need to join the no need to join the no need to join the website. Through the website I will share the Zoom link up to till you familiarize with that. But anyway, if you want to watch the recording, you need to go to the website definitely. Right? Okay, that's all for today. That's all for today. I don't have any idea to do more than that. So thanks for joining the live class. I request you all to I request you all to be on the live class every day. If you have anything, please ask. I will take the sole responsibility regarding the physics subject. So if you believe me, you can join with my class. I'll be most welcome you all and do the maximum for you all. So nothing to worry. So we will have yes, you can have the recording. I'll upload that recording probably tomorrow to the website. Yet the classes are not classes are not started. No, today only we started the class. I'll be uploading the recording next week, not next week, next tomorrow. Okay, then we will meet again on next Friday through the class. Thanks for joining the live class. Okay, good night, everyone of you.
Thank you, sir.